I'm going to look at ellipses, review of ellipses here. And so, first of all, you need to make sure that you know this formula for the equation. Our top one is with a center of 0, 0. This one has a center of HK. If your A squared is bigger than your B squared, it is horizontal. And to find C, you'll use A squared minus B squared equals C squared. If your B squared is bigger than the A squared, it will be a vertical ellipse, and you will use B squared minus A squared equals C squared. For ellipses, the A is not the distance to the focus. The A is the distance from the center to the horizontal endpoint, right? It might be called the vertex if it is a horizontal ellipse. It will be not be called. It will be called an endpoint if it's a vertical ellipse. The B is the vertical distance from the center to the endpoint or to the vertex. C is the distance from the center to the focus. So it's different here. You have to make sure that you know that. All right, so our questions on this problem ask us to find these pieces. They're giving us the equation. They want us to find the center. Oops. The center, the both sides, so they want both of them, and the vertices of the ellipse. All right, because it's just x squared and y squared, the center is 0, 0. Right? I would think about here, what is the direction? This is going to be a vertical ellipse because the b squared is bigger. Right? And that tells us to find the c, we're going to do b squared minus a squared equals c squared. So our a is square root of 9 is 3. Our b is square root of 36 is 6. And to find the c, to help us get the foci, we will use b squared minus a squared equals c squared. So b squared is 36 minus 9 equals c squared. 36 minus 9 equals c squared. B squared minus a squared. All right, and so 16 minus 9 is 7. So 27 equals c squared, but we want c. C will be the square root of 27. And I think they want you to simplify that. 27 is made out of 3's. So you'll take 1 3 outside and 1 stays inside. That's simplified. Just depends on what you're using, what they ask it for there. All right, so for our foci, because it is a vertical ellipse, we are going to add to the vertical component, to the y. So our foci are going to be 0 for the horizontal component, and 0 is what we're adding to. We'll go ahead and do the 3 square root of 3, but it's the square root of 27. Okay, and then 0 is not going to matter. So that's our foci. What else did they ask us? Center, foci, vertices. All right, your vertices, the ones that are called vertices, are on the on the axis that is your major axis, and it's not called the major axis here. All right, let's see. We're vertical, and so B is the component you want. So B, and we could have drawn these. All right, we could have made a little picture. That would have been helpful. Well, let me just make this big. All right, we'll make a little picture here. All right, our A is 3, and A is horizontal, and -3. Right, because we were at 0, 0, so 3 spaces each direction. Right, the B is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the center. So this is what it looks like, and our foci is inside here. They're going to be on this main axis, the vertical axis. All right, and the other piece it asked us for was the vertices. Oh, okay. So the ones that are called the vertices are the ones on that major axis. So over 0. So don't go over, and go up our B component, and 0, -6. All right, so next we'll look at problem 91. Another ellipse. This ellipse is not in the standard form. You need it to be a 1 on the right-hand side. So you need to divide out the 1024. So we'll just pull our calculator up for a little help. 10, whoops, turn it on. 1024 divided by 16. So 64, so we have x squared over 64. Here we have, this is going to be equal 16. 1024 divided by 64 equals 16. Equals 1. Now we're in standard form. Your center is 0, 0. Your A is the square root of 64, which is 8. Your B is the square root of 16, which is 4. This one is going to be a horizontal ellipse because A squared is bigger than B squared. So to find the C, which will help us get our focus, our foci, we will do A squared minus B squared equals C squared. Right, so we're going to do 64 minus 16 equals C squared. $48. So C squared equals 48. And so we want square root of 48 will give us C. Let's see, 48 I believe has a 16. Three times. All right, so 16 is a perfect square. Your square root will be 4. So 4 times the square root of 3 is C. All right. And so it is a horizontal ellipse. We'll just put some things on here. All right, and so A is 8 and a -8 here. Those are our vertices because that is our main axis, our major axis. So our vertices are 8, 0, and negative 8, 0. Our other endpoints, I don't think it asked those, are 4, 0, and, I'm sorry, don't go over. Right, and your foci will be on your major axis. So we are going to have 4 square root of 3. So 4 square root of 3 and 0. And negative 4 square root of 3 and 0. That will be the foci. Let me look quick and see if I answered all the questions. Find the center. We did. The foci, we did. And the vertices, the 8, 0 and negative 8, 0 are the vertices. The others are called endpoints. All right, we'll look at question 92. And this time we are going to write the equation for the ellipse. And I'm going to start with doing a little graph and putting these on so that I know if it's horizontal or vertical. But my form is going to be x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equals 1. So I want to get there. My center is 0, 0, so I'm good here. I don't have to do x minus h, y minus k. All right, I just need to know which direction it goes. And so let's do a little graph. My center is 0, 0. I have a vertex at 7, 0. And if it's called a vertex, then that is the major axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is going to be a horizontal ellipse. And the 7 gives my a. So this is going to be 49. So I have x squared over 49. Right. I've also given my focus, which will give me c. So it is negative 6, 0, 6. So I also have one at 6, 0. Right, but it gives me c equals 6. And c squared will be 36. So I need that in order to find b for the equation. And it is horizontal, so my a is bigger. So I'm going to do horizontal, so a is bigger than b. And so you want to do a squared minus b squared equals c squared. It tells you which one to use. Right? We know c squared is 36. We know a squared is 49. We did not know b squared. So we have to solve for b. And I would tend to move the b squared and move the 36. You don't have to do that. So if I do 49 minus 36 and add my b squared, this gives me 13 equals b squared. And for the equation, that's actually what I need. B would be the square root of that. But down here I have b squared. So I can just put the 13. And I'm good. That is your equation of the ellipse. All right. 93. We have information again, 0, 0, for the center, 0, -3 for the focus. And the vertex, I would draw a little picture. I want to know if it's horizontal or vertical. So 0, 0. Don't go over, go up 5. So it is going to be vertical. And you're getting information here. This vertical distance is your B. So B equals 5. Your focus is going to be on that same axis. So 0, -3, 1, 2, 3, and up 3. So C is 3. What you don't know is the A. So because it is vertical, that means that B squared is going to be bigger than A squared, and it means you're going to do B squared minus A squared equals C squared. So B squared would be 25 minus A squared we don't know. C squared will be 9. All right, and I'm going to move the 9 and move the A. So 25 minus 9 equals A squared. And 15 minus 9 would be, so 16 equals A squared. A will be 4. All right, it is at 0, 0, so we're going to have x squared over A squared, which is 16, plus y squared over B squared, 25, equals 1. All right, 94. So find the equation of the ellipse, and this is the information they're giving us. The center is at 0, 0. So we are going to have x squared over A squared plus y squared over B squared equals 1. You don't need x minus h or y minus k. Right. They're just wording this a little different. They're telling you your major axis is horizontal and its length is 6. That is the length of the whole axis. So for it to be 6, and your A is your distance, so it's 6 total, your A is your horizontal distance from the center. So the A is going to be 3. Right? The minor axis, the whole length is 4. So your B is going to be 2. So A equals 4, B equals 2. And actually we can write the equation without doing anything else. It is x squared over 4 squared is 16, plus y squared over 2 squared is 4 equals 1. So it just looked tricky there. All right, we're going to have another one here that we, this one we're going to find the center, the vertices, and the foci. All right, so we have an equation which is not in standard form. You need a 1 on the right-hand side, so we need to divide out the 900. Whoops. Right, so we'll pull our calculator. 900 divided by 36 equals 25. So x plus 3 squared over 25. And 900 divided by 25 is going to be 36. And so this will be y plus 1 squared equals 1. So there's our standard form. Your center you can pick off. This form is supposed to be minus, And so it's going to have to be minus a negative. So we are going to need -3 on -1. This is going to be a vertical ellipse because b squared is bigger than a squared. Right, what else did they ask me to give? 95. So find the center, we did. The foci and the vertices. The vertices are going to be on your y-axis this time, and they are going to add to your vertical component. The b is 6. You could draw the picture, or you could add 6 to this vertical component. So -3, 5. And subtract 6, -3, -1 minus 6 will give us a -7. That is your vertices. The foci, we're going to have to find c. So we need to use b squared minus a squared equals c squared. We know we use that one because we know that it's vertical. So all this information goes together. So I have 36 minus 25 equals c squared. And this is 11 equals c squared. And we want the square root of 11 is c. Those are going to be on your major axis. And so it is vertical, so it's going to add to the y component. So it is going to be -3, and it will be -1 plus square root of 11, and it will be -1 minus square root of 11. And I think I answered all they asked for. Center, foci, these are the foci, and vertices. All right, let's have a look at problem 96. So they want the equation. They're giving us the vertices, and those will be on your major axis, and they're giving us the focus. So let's put those on. And so our vertices are -4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, and 14, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, up 3. All right, so this is a horizontal ellipse. You don't know the center. It's going to be halfway between those two. So we have 14 and then 4 more spaces is 18 spaces divided by 2, and your center should be at 9, 3. So the whole thing, it's going to be in the middle of those. So center, so 14 plus 4 more is 18 divided by 2 equals 9. So it will be at 9, 3. So you got 14 and 4 more. I'm wrong here. It's going to count in 9 spaces from each end. All right, so if I do 14 minus 9, is going to be 5. A picture didn't look right, okay? I did need the 9. That was how many spaces the center would be from that vertex, but it was not going to be at 9. So it's a good error for you to see. So I could count in from the 14 or from this one. They should both count in 9 spaces. And so I just did 14 minus 9. It should be at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 3. So it should also be 9 spaces from this end. This is 5 and 4 more. All right, so this is the center, which we said is 5, 3. All right, they wanted the equation. So the we need to know the length from the center. The horizontal length is going to be the A. From the center to the vertex, this is A, and so this is 14 minus 5, this is 9. So A is 9. Let's see. Focus. All right, so we're going to have to figure out the B. We want 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. All right, and we want to know, 12, 3. How far is that from the center? The center was 5. So 12, 3. So 12 minus 5, this length is going to be 7. So C is going to be 7. And A is 9. So now we'll use the little formula to find B. All right, it's horizontal. So we're going to do A squared minus B squared equals C squared. 81 minus B squared equals 49. And I'm going to move the B squared and the 49. And so 81 minus 49 . 32. And you really don't have to know B. You needed B squared. So we won't bother to simplify that radical. So we have X minus H squared over A squared. A is 9. So this will be 81. Plus y minus k squared over, this is our b, which we just found is 32 equals 1, and we have to put in the h and the k. This is from our center, and we said our center is 5, 3. So this should be x minus 5 squared over 81 plus y minus 3 squared over 32 equals 1.